Lisa, more fallout tonight after an investigation finds Lee County Sheriff's deputies being directed to grope each other during job interviews.
Tonight, a former deputy is speaking out. He not only served as the union president, but says he was also told to grope a fellow officer. 4 in Your Corner investigator Mike Mason broke this story and has the very latest tonight. Mike?
Adam Vale worked as a Lee County deputy for the past 12 years and retired less than 2 weeks ago. He tells us how this hands-on training involved groping members of the opposite sex. Not only did Adam Vale serve as the union president representing Lee County deputies, he says he was also directed to grope a female officer 3 years ago.
There was a part in the interview where I did have to grab another female's breasts.
At the time, Vale was interviewing for a detective position with LCSO's narcotics unit. Reports show part of the interview process involved deputies role-playing a drug-buying scenario, and to make the drug deal seem real, the candidate had to prove to the bad guys that they were not part of law enforcement. All of the candidates were confronted with, "If you aren't a cop, then grab my..." either the breast or genitals of the other detective candidate.
Do you know anybody who's ever had a problem with that part of the process?
I've heard of a couple of other people who had a problem with it.
As a result, the union president filed a complaint with Internal Affairs in October. Investigators determined groping each other was an essential part of the training, helping candidates to prepare for their undercover assignments. LCSO claimed every member of the narcotics division felt it was a vital part of their training. But some in law enforcement disagree.
The scenario itself, I've never seen such a thing.
There's like an understanding that if you're going to want that position, you got to be able to do certain things and not have a problem with it.
Did you ever have to do this to a male officer?
No.
After LCSO's internal investigation, the sheriff decided to stop the practice of groping during interviews, admitting there are perhaps better ways to prepare candidates for dangerous liaisons. In light of the Internal Affairs investigation, a report states the sheriff's office decided to alter the way interviews are being conducted. We wanted to know exactly what that meant, but the LCSO hasn't gotten back to us yet. In the studio, Mike Mason, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
All right,